Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Guy, the Girl, and the Gay. And this week was my selection, and I chose Sordid Lives. And of all movies to start with, we have a guest guy today, which is Tom Ayers. Say hi, Tom.
Hello.
And so I am. All I kept thinking when I was watching this movie is, I'm in such shit.
Poor Tom. Poor Tom is what I kept thinking.
All right, so
wait a minute. You said Sordid Lives? I thought you said Sordid Thighs.
Yeah. Well, they're so big you can move in.
You were watching the wrong movie. Oh, you're the new Eric.
Porn. Some creepy porn named Sordid Thighs. What is that? I gotta watch.
All right, so who wants to start?
I kind of want to hear Emily.
I'll start. I will start. Okay, so this took me like 3 days and 5 sittings to make it through.
Oh my God.
And I wanted it. I wanted so bad. I thought I was going to love this. I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to love it because I love Leslie Jordan and his Instagrams have gotten me through this quarantine. But this was torture. It was.
Really?
Oh, it was torture. Like, it's up there with Steven Seagal right now for me.
Oh, you don't know any Southern people? Is that the deal?
I do, but it was the idea. It was the idea that, to me, it was really obvious that this was a play that somebody decided to film without adapting the script to fit film, if that makes sense. Like, it was all talk. It wasn't, for film, it's usually show, don't tell. And it was all telling, and all we heard about was what happened as opposed to seeing it. And it started to here's what I wrote. This is a failed attempt to merge 9 to 5 and Thelma and Louise. That's how I felt about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, was this when your medication was changing and you were going through all those bipolar mood swings?
No, I'm feeling great except for the constipation. So it wasn't that.
Well, constipation can change your opinion also. All right, go ahead.
I just couldn't figure out the relationships. They all looked the same age, but then it was like an aunt and a sister. And then I saw the lady at the end, and I was like, wait, he banged that old lady instead of Delta Burke when she was hot? Like that. That made me nuts. Whatever. And the guy in therapy, I was like, no.
So nothing? You didn't like anything about it at all? You didn't think some of the lines were...
I was like, why the hell is Olivia Newton-John even in this? What is the point of that character? No, I didn't like it. And I'm sad with myself because I wanted to, but the woman trying to have sex with Leslie Jordan, I was like, this is just ridiculous.
That was painful. But Bitsy Mae Harley, who dated blacks in high school, you didn't like that character? Olivia Newton-John.
No, it was terrible. I didn't understand why the fuck she was there.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. There wasn't a love story. There was just Beau Bridges with fake prosthetic legs, and I can't. Well, I mean, does he have prosthetic legs in real life?
I thought. I was really
no. But you didn't think, okay, come on. So the fact that they're having an affair and the mother trips over his legs and that's how she dies. I mean.
That's funny, but I wanted to see it.
Well, that would be hard to do, don't you think?
No.
I wonder if it's like Kevin Costner in Big Chill, where the mother was really in it a bunch, and then at the end they cut all her scenes, and all she was in the casket. Because apparently in Big Chill, that's what happened to Kevin Costner. He was in it, and then he was in flashbacks. He was in all this shit, and then at the end they cut everything, and all he is in the coffin, and they lift up his. Remember, they lift up his sleeve, and you could see that.
I've never seen that. I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
But
I forgot you weren't born.
But I'm just saying, I think that this is a failure. I'm sorry, Del Shores. This is a failure of the playwright adapting his own piece for film and not doing it successfully. And I also felt like it was like a not great John Waters, like an attempt at John Waters style. Huh. But that's my opinion. I'm done. Maybe Tom loved it. I'd like to hear his opinion.
I have a feeling I'm in the middle. So Eric, you gotta go next. I don't want to I don't want to close out this show by any means, but I feel like I need to hear from you.
Okay.
Well,
okay. So just so you know, so to me, this is not like, it's not a gay film. It's just, I lived in Texas for 30. I lived in, huh?
It's a gay film. There there's a scene with full frontal male nudity. There's like 8 of them.
Oh,
And a cross-dresser.
The shrink showed her fake boobs. It got hetero at the, but it's okay. So what I felt like, of course, I lived in Texas. I've met a lot of these people, just so you know. I thought that they were all just kind of like caricature, of what you'd expect, but they nailed so much of like the trailer trash bullshit or whatever. I thought, to me, it was like some of the lines that were great, like that guy the brother who sat there making, the witch out of those strings. Mm-hmm. Where he looked like he was from King of the Hill. That, you remember that guy with the blonde hair? But when he's like, get off the cross, we need the wood, or I love when Delta Burke referred to that Gloria, other people trash. I mean, it's got some great lines in it, for God's sake. Or that Juanita, the one that was in the bar, or whatever. Did you see her putting on her lipstick with her cigarette in her mouth? She did this top first, and then she did that. I mean, I don't know. I guess okay. Now, I never saw that it was a play, so to me, I honestly didn't notice any of that stuff. But okay, and I've been using that bar stool thing where she was so fat that they had to put the stool down for her to sit on and hold it with lug nuts. I mean, this is classic writing or whatever. Okay, and then when Leslie Jordan's character, which was just off the chart, I thought hilarious. And I thought the stupidest part really was the shrink and the homosexualization or whatever.
Yeah, and the stakes were that like she has to write a book and prove it.
That whole
I don't know.
Part, no, that whole part actually turned my stomach. Like I didn't understand it, other than it gave Leslie Jordan some great lines. I don't know. I guess I just thought that in all the craziness, it had some classic lines. And what's funny is my least favorite character is the gay guy. I thought it was a little, too cliche. I thought he was boring. I didn't feel like he was real. I could relate to a couple things when he was, talking about, coming out in Texas is not easy to do. And so I could, and I do remember having times when I didn't want to go home up north just because it gets exhausting when you're living like a lie or whatever. So, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but at the end of the day, he was my least favorite character. I thought everybody else was just hilarious.
Brother Boy, he was the least.
No, Brother Boy was one of my favorites.
The son that's in therapy or whatever. I thought that was a snooze fest. Those therapy scenes. That's what made me go like, on stage, he's standing in a light doing a monologue or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No,
I think I went to the bathroom whenever he came on, and I didn't even bother to stop it because I figured whatever,
No, it seemed like that was like for structure or something, like that needed to be. But I gotta take. Am I cutting you off? Are you good?
No.
It's your turn.
I have to say, because I feel like the ridiculousness of that. She was going to change him. I feel like I'm glad they addressed that, because there are people that fucking think that. And so the fact that they were addressing it I went, all right, great. And this is a good film to do it in. I don't know. I was down the middle of the road. Half the time I was cracking up, and half the time I was like, why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? But I also liked the fact that the structure wasn't your cookie cutter film, It was very play oriented. It was look, I had the honor to go to be in a classroom with what's her name, Sissy, with
Beth Grant.
Beth Grant. Yeah. For years I was I can't remember her name, but I was in class with her. No, and I loved watching her in class. You sit there and you just learn from an actress like that, because she is just brass tacks the character no matter what. And you go, wow, and you watch her and she's so down to earth, and you want to see what she comes up with, And so
I do have to say that was the one thing scene that I liked, is the opening where she's fanning like her pants out, and she's like, I felt like that was her choice, but it was probably, to me, the funniest thing, because it was so like, I guess, an arbitrary choice.
Yeah, I feel like I got to watch her again do stuff like that, because we would sit there on Saturday and just crack up over these arbitrary choices that were based in reality that she would make. So you're right. I agree. I think that was a choice that came out of the moment, you know, with her. But then also, I don't know, the ridiculousness of Thelma and Louise, you know.
Hated it. Okay, so I have to agree with you. The whole Thelma and Louise thing, I could have done without the whole thing. Making them wear the bras and making them dance was just stupid shit. Yeah, you know, look, I'm not going to tell you that this is not Ben-Hur or the Ten Commandments. Okay, Cerebral, no. It's not.
That's why. I mean, for looking at it for what it was, and the fact that they adapted it right from the stage and didn't go crazy into the film world, which it absolutely could have been. And also, you know, I have a real problem with the quality of my new TV ruining really good film. Yeah. Why is that?
Older films, for sure.
I like the idea it looks like a movie. I like the idea it doesn't look like I'm in somebody's living room shooting, you know? Right. And this looked like I was in literally like an acting class. Like, oh, we're going to have acting class at somebody's house today, you know?
Yeah.
And it happens so often that it takes me out of the movie feel, and I feel like going to buy an old TV, maybe a plasma, something that just kind of isn't so high quality.
A console.
Something that, because I'm watching this thing and I'm trying to look at it as a movie, and the whole time I feel like I'm watching a play, which I'm not against. I'm looking, also the acting was great. Brother Leslie was so great. He's so great and so much fun. And all those things that you were talking about him. I love that they went with the idea that him making love to the therapist made him nauseous.
Yeah,
I love that.
Do you think they had to stick to a script? Because that's what I'm seeing. Since plays are also a playwright's medium, and
right,
there's more freedom. I'm wondering if that had something to do with it. Like, how I think he could have probably done more, but I'm curious what freedom he was given.
But see, that's why I don't know. There needed to be a script supervisor on the set, and then he could go. He should really say right here. He should say, "You need to participate in your own." You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think they did a little improv because their little comments were just, some of them just seem so off the cuff. They're either great actors or they just threw those lines in or whatever. But
I liked so much of it, and I thought the acting was great. I just felt like there were times where I was questioning, like, wait, why did that happen? Like, you know?
And why?
And why? And by the way, a lot of times, I'm really forgiving if you don't have a good why in there, but it's got to be, you got to go, oh, because it was too good to not, you know?
Right.
And I don't feel like those whys were like, oh, because, you know, they tried to cut it and couldn't.
Well, Emily, I'm sorry you didn't like it. I still think it's your pills that just weren't blending well, but
I think it's really funny that she's like, because I don't know, like, your style yet. I don't know, like, from like what's your ace in the hole comedy version, but I would think that you would like this kind of off the beaten path thing. No.
Yeah, I'm surprised too, Emily. I just thought you'd appreciate the characters. Whether you know,
I guess I do like some of the characters and some of the acting. There was just a lot of. To me, I didn't get invested in any of them. I didn't have enough time to care enough about them. And I even like the sissy character, like, we didn't learn anything about her. I thought she was great, but all they talked about was this mom that we never see. And I was like, well, why do I give two craps about you? I kind of care about the mom who I don't get to experience at all. So for me, it was like something about the development. Like, I thought there was something there that I wanted to like, but it just, they didn't grab me. I don't know.
Well, there wasn't much depth to anybody, obviously. It was more just characters playing off each other. All right. So should we go to pie chart and just Emily, you want anything?
We need another.
There's no love story or anything that makes it like a chick flick. Can I take 15%?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just for the fried chicken alone, you can have it.
Okay, because I thought it was a very gay film to me. So I'm going to let you take most of it, depending on how much Tom would like.
I would say I'll take 23%.
23.
23? Great. So we need a calculator?
Specific. We don't do math very well. 23 and 15. 38.
How much is that?
38. So you get
62?
73,
62?
73? I don't know.
Did you carry one?
Carry the one.
I didn't carry the one.
So 15 and
so
62? 38.
38 from 100 is what?
12. 62.
There you go. All right. Okay,
I
but just
really
so you know,
practice math.
I'm only doing 31% for the gay part, and I'll do the 31% because I just thought it was funny. I love
I didn't know I could do that.
You can't do that. That's we've
okay,
done that.
fine. Then I'll take all 62% then.
Good.
I just didn't feel like it was all gay or whatever, but fine.
That's why I went up to 23. You know what? I can make it easier. I can make it 18.5%. Is that better?
No, we already did the math with 23. Let's leave it. Call it a day. I'm so glad we were able to figure that out.
Well, thank you, Tom, for being here and joining.
Yeah, thank you, Tom.
Sorry, this was your first movie.
I'm not.
It's, check us out, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all of that jazz. And I don't know what we're watching next week, so it'll be a surprise for everybody.